Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is a game created by the same developers that gave us such classics as Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and 2022's Game of the Year, Elden Ring. The game has a heavy focus on blocking and deflecting attacks, which in my opinion makes this one of the best combat systems in any Soulsborne game. Today in this video, we are going for the Platinum Trophy for Sekiro. There will be plenty of obstacles in our way, as we'll have to defeat a ton of very difficult bosses. Make sure to collect all the collectibles in the game, and we will have to grind our little Sekiro hearts out to unlock all skills in the game. We start the game as Wolf, a shinobi who has lost everything, including his will to live. We find ourselves waiting to die in this hole in the ground until we get a note from a stranger telling us that our master, Lord Kuro, is still alive in a tower nearby. Having previously thought Lord Kuro was dead, Wolf now has a purpose again to save his master. We make our way out of the hole and proceed to sneak past a bunch of soldiers until we meet up with Kuro and he gives us our sword back and our first trophy. Kuro tells us to make our way to a secret passage and signal him with a whistle so that we can escape. Once we are there with Kuro, we're about to escape when we are ambushed by Genichiro Ashina, who is basically a huge jerk. It was time for our first boss fight of the game, which we are supposed to lose. But little did Genichiro know was that I was ready for him. Don't worry, my lord. I got this. Easy. I lied. I don't got this. Come on. Let me get one death blow on you. Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on, big boy. Oh, you're done. Later, dude. Game over. I win. That's it, right? I beat the game? I, in fact, did not beat the game. Genichiro still manages to cut off my arm, even though I clearly won, but whatever. And he takes Kuro away from the wolf. After the defeat, we wake up in a temple where a sculptor has built us a new prosthetic arm, which will come in handy, no pun intended, for the rest of the game. All right, we got a prosthetic. We acquired the shinobi prosthetic. Yup. Man, I definitely beat that guy. He cheated, dude. He cheated. Should be game over, honestly. But, you know, whatever. Sure, I'll play the rest of the game, even though I won the fight, you know? We start exploring the Ashina outskirts, killing mini-bosses for prayer beads, which are one of the collectibles in the game. And we help this old lady in a house who gives us a bell, which will be important later on. We eventually come across this giant who is so kind to help me acquire another trophy. Oh, wait, what? Oh yeah, I forgot you can resurrect. Resurrection! I forgot that you can do that in this game. To return from the dead for the first time. Second chance. I'm back in the game. And I'm dead again. After that very embarrassing defeat, I decide to make myself feel better by going shopping. I find my first merchant of the game and I get a trophy. Eventually, I made it past the giant and continued my journey down this sunken valley where I had to sneak past this giant snake until I finally had an opportunity to stab him in the eye and escape. Oh my god, I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked that one. Oh! Oh! Goodbye, snake. Once I was out of the valley, I found myself overlooking a giant clearing with a ton of open space, which can mean only one thing. A boss fight was about to happen. Okay. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, okay. I almost totally whiffed that right there. Nice, that was sick. Yeah. Does this work? Yes. Oh! I can't see. There it is. You're done. Goodbye. Sick. Yeah, he's super dead. There's the trophy for that guy. Not even gonna pretend to announce his name or to even know how to say his name. Sick, man. That was such a sick fight. How many times am I gonna say it? That was sick. I continue my path up towards Ashina Castle, fought a bull that was on fire, and unlocked the fast travel spot for the castle. I needed to level up a bit more before I continued, so I used the bell the old lady had given me earlier and entered a memory of Wolf's time storming the Hirata Estate 3 years earlier. At the actual estate, we find our father, Owl, who gives us a key and tells us to save Kuro, who is being held captive. Owl then dies, and we make our way towards Kuro. Here, I fought a ton of enemies, including a big dude that spits his stank breath all over you, which is just disgusting. Once all the enemies were dispatched, it was time to save Kuro. But first, I had to get past one of the harder boss fights in the game, Lady Butterfly. This was my first real roadblock of this playthrough, and it would not be my last. Oh, man. All right, I got this. I got this. We'll be fine. You're done. Goodbye. Goodbye, Lady Butterfly. Wait, there's more? Oh my god, there's more. Wait, I actually thought I was done. I actually thought I was done. No joke. I'm not even kidding. Oh! Oh, no! She was so close to dying! Okay, first phase down, and it's down again. Oh my god. Lady, calm down. There we go. Finally. Oh my gosh. Fastest old lady I've ever seen. Thank you for the trophy, Lady Butterfly. Holy crap. With Lady Butterfly defeated, it was time to save Kuro. But before we can, we are stabbed in the back by a very familiar blade. Kuro then saves us by giving us some of his dragon blood, which allows us to resurrect, thus explaining how we've been resurrecting this whole time. With the memory now done, I had gained some new levels and skills, and was ready to continue my path up to Ashina Castle. The castle was filled with soldiers and samurai, but I take them out very carefully and eventually make my way up to the roof, where my old friend Genichiro is waiting for me. He wants Kuro's blood so that he too may become immortal. So of course, we have to stop him. This is actually one of my favorite fights in the whole game because it really teaches you how to use the block and deflect mechanics. And it feels really good to just have a one-on-one sword fight. Oh, okay, he's got a little stabby move. Well, I got that move. How do you feel about that, huh? How do you feel about that? Ooh! Oh, I got so lucky. Oh, okay. I got so lucky right there. He should have killed me. Oh, that's a... Okay. So that's the grab, again, that I keep getting hit by. Pretty tight stuff. Pretty tight. Pretty tight. Can't let his posture get back. Ooh. That's a twofer. That is a twofer. After you defeat 2 phases of Genichiro, he strips off all of his armor and decides to go Super Saiyan. Channeling the power of lightning, he now has a 3rd phase. Okay, so now dude's going Super Saiyan. I have no heals. I just realized. I'm in danger. I am in danger. Oh! Oh, God. So close. Oh, you're done. Later, dude. Oh, he hates me. Oh, he hates me, man. Genichiro, you're done. Yes. First try for that guy. Okay. Just when we think Genichiro is dead once and for all, he gets back up. Turns out he has his own way of resurrecting. He gives us a cold stare and backflips off the balcony for some reason. I'm sure we will never see him ever again. With Genichiro defeated, we needed to find a way to kill anything that was immortal. Turns out there's a blade called the Mortal Blade that can do just that. We make our way to Senpou Temple, as we've heard we might learn something about it there. While here, we fight a bunch of monks and this big guy on this bridge who has really heavy armor. We have to kill him by pushing him off the bridge, which I thought was actually pretty funny. Goodbye. Oh, man. We then come across this bell, which takes us to an area where we have to kill these folding screen monkeys. This was, I guess, technically a boss fight, but really it was just a puzzle. Each monkey has a specific way you have to kill them in order to beat the boss, and it took me a while to figure it out, but eventually I killed all 4 monkeys. What if I do this? There we go. Yes. You're mine. Your soul is mine, monkey. We got all the monkeys. There's the trophy. With the monkeys defeated, we are invited to the inner sanctum to meet the divine child. A child who is also immortal by other means than dragon blood. After a brief conversation, she offers us the Mortal Blade, and we are ready to kick some immortal ass. With the Mortal Blade in our possession, we now have the tool we needed to sever the ties to immortality, which is one of the 4 endings we needed for the game. Hiro then sends us on a mission to gather 2 ingredients that will allow us to follow through with severing the ties. Our first ingredient we need is a white lotus flower that is somewhere deep in the Sunken Valley. Their journey to get to this flower was not easy. First, I had to dodge like 1,000 bullets from all these guys shooting at me, while also fighting a mini-boss. This was fun. Oh god, 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 oh god. I then had to fight Wolverine's evil demon twin brother. Easy. Later. I had to sneak past our old friend, the giant snake again. Listen. Chill out. Okay? It's not that big of a deal. Don't backsass me. And finally, I massacred basically a whole community of monkeys. I'm just slaughtering monkeys. I'm a terrible human being. What am I doing? I'm slaying. Look at all these monkeys. They were just chilling, having a little powwow, and I just showed up and slaughtered every single one of them. Am I the bad guy? Once that was done, I was nearing the cave where our first ingredient would be. But of course, it's guarded by a giant monkey. Fantastic. Oh, this should be fun. Oh, we're just getting right into it. All right. Wonder if he likes firecrackers. He does not like firecrackers. Yeah. Take the slice. Oh. He's mad. Oh, he's pissed. Nope, not today. There we go. There's the butt stabs. Oh, he's hurt. Oh, he's super hurt. This is it. This is it. Goodbye. Slice his head off. Sick. I forgot that happens. Oh my god, I forgot he comes back alive. Oh no. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Don't worry. We got this in the bag. I'm not worried at all. Are you guys worried? Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Yeah. Killing you twice. Thank you, Guardian Ape, for the trophy. Killed you twice for that. With the Guardian Ape defeated and the White Lotus acquired, I decided to take a detour to acquire 2 items I would need to obtain one of the endings of the game. The first one, I had to use my ninjutsu skill to brainwash this monkey into distracting the giant snake so I can sneak past him and grab the first item. Pretty simple stuff. I then made my way back to Senpou Temple and vaulted to a hidden side area, which would lead me to a ledge that was overlooking the giant snake. It was now time for revenge. Alright, Snake. You've made my life a living hell. It's time to end this once and for all. Yeah. So much blood. That is so cool. Great Serpent Trophy. Oh man, that is so sick. With both of those items acquired, I needed to finish my mission for Kiro and collect the last ingredient he needed, which was deep in Mibu village. The problem was the entrance to the village was guarded by our ape friend, and he was looking for a rematch. This fight was pretty similar to the last fight, until he calls in another ape. And you're fighting 2 apes at one time, which can get very tricky. The strat here is to kill the other one first, as it has less health, and then we can finally take on the main one. With our Mortal Blade, we can now take him out for real this time. Oh, the Immortal Blade. Oh, that's right. Okay, now he's dead. Guardian Ape Immortality severed. Oh! And we got all the ninjutsu techniques. Yo, look at us. We make our way into Mibu village and come across a lady playing an instrument. I asked her to play Freebird, and instead she just attacks me. Very rude. It's okay though, because after she is defeated, she drops a prayer bead, and we are one step closer to having all the collectibles. I finally come across the cave where the ingredient I'm looking for is, and I'm attacked by the corrupted monk. This was a pretty simple fight, to be honest, and I take them out without much issues. There it is! Ah, the parries. Too strong. Now, making my way inside the cave, I find the last ingredient, the shelter stone, and this weird canopy thing. Interesting. Either way, it was time to make our way back to the castle to see Kiro again. As I've mentioned, as I've been playing, I've been working on collecting all the collectibles like prayer beads, but I've also been finding all the different prosthetic tools as well. Before I go see Kiro, I install the final prosthetic for a trophy. Now, finally back at the castle, we see that it has been overrun, and all my fast travel spots are not working, which means I need to make my way back up to the top again. Along the way, I fight a ton of mini-bosses and collect all their prayer beads. Some of these mini-bosses were actually pretty tough, but once they were all finally defeated, we make it back up to the top. At the top of the castle, we find Owl, our father, who turns out did not actually die 3 years ago at the Hirata Estate. Here we are given two choices, either help Owl or help Kuro, both of which give different endings to the game. For this playthrough, I decided to help Kuro, as this will unlock the final area of the game. By siding with Kuro, we now have a boss fight with Owl, our father, and he is a tough one. Oh, we're having a straight up sword battle right now. This is actually so sick. One down.
Wait, please.
Oh yeah, I don't trust you. You're back up. Oh my god! Oh, I didn't mean to turn around like that. Holy crap, he has poison now? Well, that's not good. He's almost dead. I got this. In the bag. Goodbye, Shinobi. Great Owl, you done. Great Shinobi Owl, you're dead. Yeah. With Owl defeated, we have unlocked the final area of the game by giving Kuro the 2 ingredients we worked so hard to collect. Before going to the final area though, we were going to prepare ourselves to be able to get all 3 endings in one playthrough. To do that, I had to do 2 separate side missions. The first side mission involved getting a bunch of items for the Divine Child, which is why we got these 2 items from killing the giant snake earlier. This was a pretty simple process, and I made sure to collect everything and turn them in, and that was pretty much it. The second side mission was going to be much more difficult. The second side mission was for the Purification ending. We had to talk to Kuro a bunch of times, and then go back to the Hirata Estate memory, except this time it was different. There were harder enemies, and I had to fight the stank breath bad guy again. We then go to the area where Lady Butterfly was, but instead of her, we find Owl. This version of Owl was so much harder than the one I had just fought. His moveset was way more advanced, and he could just hit you with insane combos that break your posture easily, leaving you wide open to attacks. I died so many times to this fight, until I figured out a good way to avoid his really strong attacks. I probably spent at least a good hour, maybe hour and a half on this guy. Oh, you don't like that, do ya? Strat's not working out for you, is it? Come on, man. I want to end your soul. Oh, you're not liking it. You're not liking it. It's not looking good for you, Owl. Oh ho ho. You're done. Yes! Oh, it feels so good.
Defeated by my own son.
Yes. Father is surpassed. With all the requirements fulfilled for the different endings, we could now go to the final area of the game and progress the story. To get to the final area, we use that canopy thing we saw earlier in the cave and are picked up by a giant creature and transported to Fountainhead Palace, which gives us a trophy for going to all areas of the game. Immediately after arriving, we are fighting the corrupted monk again, who now has 3 phases. Again, I didn't find them to be very difficult, especially after I just fought Owl like 6 billion times. And so I take them out pretty easily. Mortal Blade! Yeah. Corrupted monk. You're dead. Goodbye. With that out of the way, I was finally able to explore Fountainhead Palace. Here I fought a ton of enemies, including these guys that suck your soul and pretty much just stun you forever until you die. Not fun. Eventually though, I make my way up to the Divine Dragon. Our goal is to kill it and collect its tears for Kuro. This was actually a pretty simple fight. First you deal with his first phase, which are these tree creatures, by jumping off a branch and doing plunge attacks until they all die. After that phase, you fight the dragon for real, and you pretty much are just dodging his attacks, and running up to these trees with lightning and using the lightning to attack the dragon until you can finally run up to him and kill him for good. The Mortal Blade. God, its sword is so sick. Gracious Gift of Tears. Defeat the Divine Dragon and obtain the Divine Dragon's Tears. With the Dragon's Tears acquired, we teleport back to Ashina Castle and find out that Kuro has escaped to the hidden passage where we first fought Genichiro in the beginning of the game. So here we can actually go fight the final boss and beat the game, but I had a few miscellaneous trophies I wanted to knock out first. First, I turned in my last gourd seed, which is a collectible, so I can have all 10 healing gourds in the game. I then went back to Fountainhead Palace and did a side mission where we had to poison a giant carp for these guys living in a pot. Once we fed him the poison, we go to where we fought the guardian ape and collect his whisker for a trophy. I then killed the rest of the mini-bosses in the game so that I would have all the prayer beads, which would max out my health and my posture. And finally, I had to fight a secret boss who is an absolute nightmare. This is the Demon of Hatred, which is a really fitting name because I hate this boss. I got stuck on this boss for hours. He has 3 phases, and each phase has some kind of move that can just like absolutely destroy you. I died over and over again to this boss, and I was getting so frustrated. Oh, I can't even get past the first phase. The only way I was able to beat him was just by slowly figuring out his moveset and grinding this fight until I just got better. After probably over 2 hours or so, this finally happened. Oh my god, it's like 1 HP, dude. Yes! Please! Yes! Let's go! Oh, man! Yes! Holy crap, man. It was now time for the final boss fight. I made my way over to the secret passage, and surprise, surprise, I find Genichiro waiting for me. Turns out he has his own mortal blade and has stabbed Kuro with it. We need to beat him once and for all. So, actually though, this fight was super easy for me. In fact, anything was going to be easier than that demon boss fight I just did. I easily killed Genichiro, and we think we are done with the game when all of a sudden, Ishin Ashina crawls out of his body and challenges us. This was the real endgame boss fight. I know you're thinking like, you're going to win this fight, but not today. Love to see it. Let's dance, partner. Oh, oh god, okay, I was kidding. I was kidding. It's just a prank. Holy moly! Gotta get in there. Gotta get aggressive. Oh! Gotta get aggressive. Let's do it. You're done. Love to see it. Absolutely. Love to see it. That's so cool. That's so cool. Sword Saint. That is so cool, man. I love that fight. With the final boss down, it was time to get all 3 endings of the game. So after being the boss, you talk to Kuro and choose an ending based off if you have done the previous side missions before, which we did. To save time, and so I didn't have to play through the game a total of 4 times, I uploaded my save to the PlayStation Cloud before I talked to Kuro. I then picked an ending and got the trophy for it, and re-downloaded my save for all 3 endings. I know this is probably going to upset somebody in the comments, but to be honest, I just don't have time to play through this game 4 times. Now it was time for New Game Plus and to wrap up all the remaining trophies. I had to play New Game Plus up to the point where we see Owl on the roof for the first time. This time, I had to choose to be loyal to Owl, which would allow me to receive the 4th ending to the game, as well as the final 2 bosses I needed to fight for the trophy for killing all the bosses. The final 2 bosses were Emma and Ishin Ashina, which were actually surprisingly pretty difficult, and I definitely struggled on Ishin especially. But eventually, I finally defeated them both and got the trophies. Ah! He's so close. I could taste it. No! Yes! Oh, yeah. Oh, this is gonna feel so good. Oh, yeah. There it is. Ishin Ashina defeated him. And the man without equals for defeating all the bosses in the game. Oh, that was tough, man. That was tough. Oh my god. I think that boss fight took me more tries than any other boss fight in the game. Even the demon boss. And there we have it, the Shura ending. Pretty much the bad ending of the game. Now, it was time for the worst part of this platinum. I had to max out all of my prosthetic tools and get all the skills in the game. For the tools, I had to figure out which materials I was missing and grind certain spots over and over again until I eventually found all the materials and maxed out my prosthetic tools. What helped was using items that helped with drop rates, such as the Mibu balloons and the Demon Bell item. Okay, I think I have enough to upgrade all of my prosthetics. Please. Oh, yes. So much grinding for these materials. So much grinding. There we are, master the prosthetic. Upgraded every single one of these prosthetics with so much item farming. Nice. It's done. It's done. After that was done, the last trophy I needed was to max out my skills. Now, when I started this, I needed 40 skill points to be done with this. So, you see what I'm doing here? This is the run I did to grind levels. I did this for no joke, over 5 hours. I'm not kidding. Believe it or not, this was the fastest way to level up, and it still took me over 5 hours. Okay, so after grinding for literally hours, I watched 2 full movies on Netflix doing that run, doing this run right here. Watched 2 full movies doing this over and over and over again, killing this guy, jumping down here, waiting for these 2 guys to appear, and then the ogre breaks free and then kills him and then teleport back. I did this run for about a total of at least 4+ hours. I needed to gain over, I think I gained 40 levels doing this. And now after 4+, maybe 5 hours even, of doing that run over and over again, I'm finally about to buy all of the skills. So there it is, the height of technique. Acquired all the skills in the game. And Sekiro Platinum Trophy, all trophies have been unlocked. It's done. Man, I'm so pumped. I love this game. This game is so good, guys. So good. There you go, guys. The Platinum Trophy for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. One of the best Souls games ever created. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more of this content. And click right here to watch another one.